Yeah.
You're ready.
Stand for a pledge allegiance, please. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Start off with the signature folder.
There's also that, or.
That's mine.
Nope, right there, the brown one, that I told you about a little while ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we haven't looked at those. Those are all for the assessment. It needs to be signed. I gotta go through every one of them.
The
One of them,
abatements.
there is a denial on one of those.
That is
too.
one of them. That's what Elena was saying. Oh, she got it all right here. There was 4 of them for elderly exemptions. It's okay to say the address, right?
Go for the address.
I don't think we need to.
Yeah,
Yeah. There was 2 for veterans credits. One for SVC.
Service connection.
service connected disability.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you're
Oh, yeah.
100% service connected disability, you get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
full tax.
Veteran. There was 2 of those, and there was 1 denial. So we need to sign off all the paperwork. Approvals, make a motion to approve, whoops. Yeah, make a motion to approve manifest dated January 15, 2026, in the amount of $138,259.88. Part of that was $44,666.67, so it's Edwards, winter contract. And then we had, Northwood Sash and Joinery for $36,150, but that comes out of grants. So that was not part of our. That was part of the HTH, Historical Townhouse renovations, which has a separate budget by themselves.
Okay, I'll
Point of
second.
order, Mr. Chairman.
Sure.
Would you like a second before we have discussion on what the,
Good point, I was just going.
and now you've raised, so I will second
Okay.
in lieu of, and for
Discussion,
discussion. So is that part of this manifest total?
yes,
So we're paying that, but we're getting reimbursed that, correct?
yeah, it came out of the grants,
It came out of it, but it's going to come out of it.
correct,
We're gonna get reimbursed. So this is a expense. Will be a reimbursement, correct? Okay,
right, out of the 7,
so when it's all said and done, the manifest is actually only gonna be $102,000 when it's all said and done.
you're correct. Yep, thank you
Right.
for clarification. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Make a motion to approve the manifest dated January 22nd, 2026 in the amount of $235,550.87. Second. 2 portion of it, Eastern Minerals, that was $31,368, and then, school tax was $125,604,
And that was January's payment,
22nd,
22nd.
the manifest,
It is January's payment.
yeah.
So, this is just I only make that comment based on the conversation that was at the budget meeting on Wednesday. That's the final payment for the school year. That says final right there, but it says monthly schedule for school district, but anyway. Their fiscal year runs from July to June. Our fiscal year runs from January to December. So, when it comes into the payments, that's what throws things off. That is the major contributing factor. There was a statement made at the budget meeting that we overspent the budget by $700 and something thousand, which would be
Crazy.
darn near impossible on a $2.3 million budget for DRA not to pick up on the fact that we allegedly overspent the budget by a third.
Agree. incorrect statements. All in favor?
Aye.
More discussion?
Aye.
Aye. Mail,
No, no.
no mail, nice. Zone, we'll call it in, we can start with one of the selectmen reports until she comes in.
Yeah.
Okay. My report's kind of quick. Past couple of weeks went fast. Attended several meetings between the budget, Board of Selectmen, Planning Board, Historical, and other meetings with people calling. Other than that, Planning Board is moving along. They are revisiting or revising the ordinances in accordance with the legislature. There's a whole bunch of stuff that came down that we have to vote on. We don't really have a choice. You do have a choice not to vote for it, but it still has to be state mandated. And they are reviewing the warrants, so that's gonna continue again Thursday night. So if anyone wants to come and hear any of that, please come. The building committee is meeting after this meeting. We hope to have some information, some newer or updated, improved building plans and discuss what's gonna go on for the rest of the year. Our goal is to be finished with questioning, designing and everything by March, so we have a definite thing, though we are not moving forward in 2026, it's being pushed to 2027. And that's it. Any questions? Anyone have any? You're more than welcome to stay for the building committee too, tonight.
You go ahead. Reckons?
You have,
If you were.
Richard?
oh, yes, tomorrow is a memorial service for Rich Comer. I don't know, he's a friend of the library. He's been very prominent in our town and community. He did pass away. They had a wake today. Tomorrow is a memorial service at Baker's. Baker's Funeral Home
Yeah, and then they have,
at 10:30, and then afterwards at Hobbs, they're having a meal. So if you could attend, please feel free to do so. A number of us will be going. I know all of the library people will be going. They're closing the library tomorrow, so they can go.
I think Rich was also involved with the Chicora.
Shakor Lake
Yes.
Conservancy, yeah, he was a member of the board,
Yeah,
longstanding.
yeah, he was
Active.
very involved.
He was very
Yeah,
active,
very
very
much.
involved.
Yeah, that's where I
Very
learned
nice
about it
man. He
from.
will be sorely missed.
Yeah.
That was a great guy.
Rich also volunteered with Effingham Connect, cleaning and doing work on the meeting house. Whenever we put a invite out there for anybody to get involved, and he and his wife both were the very first ones every year that were looking for their list of kids for the ELF project, every year. And just a super nice guy. I'm gonna miss not seeing him walk the two little dogs every morning and, my condolences, our condolences to the family.
Yes. Alright, moving on, Rebecca, please.
Yeah, pretty short report this month. I don't, I'll entertain any questions. I issued just a couple of permits and a home occupation approval.
Did we get a copy?
No,
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
well, emailed me.
Got an email, yeah. I did.
I know, I just,
I thought I gave Caitlin a copy.
yeah, I like
I
it in front of
usually
me.
print it, my computer.
I
was
think I
down
gave
for
it to
most of the
Caitlin
afternoon.
before I went away for my week off, so it no doubt got lost in the.
I usually print it from the email,
Okay.
but my computer was
Well,
down.
A couple of longstanding things that are still on there, then I issued a permit for an ADU on Rufus Mountain Road that was an existing structure. I'm still trying to get, gentleman down the road here who put in a new stoop in front of his house, or his tenant did, without a permit. I'm still trying to get him to do a building permit application. I issued a permit to Lord's Hill Meeting House for the replacement of all the steps and all the stuff that they did on the bandstand. And I issued, in conjunction with the place with the new stoop, I issued a home occupation approval for the tailor shop in there, cause it basically is staying residential, so no big issue with that, unless there are complete.
Permit might be my fault. Cause I helped through the checklist, you and I talked about this,
Yeah,
and,
I sent him out an email
may,
end of December, and I was gonna call him again this week and say, so you really do need,
Down the road here, you're talking about? Down the road?
down the road here, down here.
and I will say this isn't making excuses, it's a fact that he just came back from Wisconsin, he was out there for 3 weeks.
Oh, across December, January, I mean, it's impossible to try and get things done. I mean, I always give them grace, cause people, I mean, I was gone for a week, people do stuff, I generally, give everyone extra time to get anything done, maybe they've been Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
Who
I don't
knows?
see a suntan.
I went to Newfoundland,
I know, I know.
and let's see, we had a blizzard, and we had freezing rain, and we had sunshine.
Gotta go the other way,
Yeah,
south.
it's pretty neat, anyone who hasn't been to Newfoundland.
I've been there. It's
It's,
nice.
okay, it's a really nice visit. I was all the way out in St. John's,
Okay,
and
see that.
the people were lovely, absolutely lovely, so.
We,
Other than that, I have two things. One is 15 Mars Avenue has sold,
okay,
so it has new owners. And they've held back some of the payment legally, for the property to be cleaned up. And if the
the
property.
campers there and all that stuff.
Everything is still there, I just did a site visit, yeah, everything is still there, and I talked to the Realtor, and they said that, that the agreement is legally binding, that if the, previous owners do not clean it up within 3 weeks, then the amount of money that was held out of the sale is forgone. Forfeited, right, and will be used by the current owners to clean it up, and I'm assuming that you guys would agree with me that if that's what happens, we'll work with the new owners as best we can to give them the time they need to clean up somebody else's mess in the dead of winter.
Absolutely, as
Yeah.
long as they don't move into the structure. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, I'm not gonna issue any permits until they get it cleaned up and can get a wetland survey done.
So what's the cleanup about, what do you?
There are 3 campers there, there seems to be a pickup truck there, and there's a lot of junk on the ground. So, I would hope that maybe they could get the campers out of there, even though it's snowy, and then the final cleanup might happen after the snow's gone, but I'll work with them.
Okay,
And the other thing is in, working with a new property owner, we found a discrepancy between, the subdivision maps, the deed and our property records. And I don't know whether it is incumbent upon me or whether we bring someone else into the mix. I mean, I could just take the map and send it to cartographics and say, I think you guys made an error when this subdivision was done, that you recorded it as X number of acres and it's actually Y number of acres. I don't know if it's up to me to do that or whether someone would.
so there's discrepancy with the tax map itself.
Yeah, the tax map and the property cards list
But
the number of acreage as what is shown on the map
But
as as the acreage for the open space.
But the deed is the final gospel, I mean,
I'll have to go back and look at the deed, but,
so you haven't verified it yet.
no,
So,
but I assume that,
so the tax map is showing less acreage than.
well, the most recent deed shows the acreage that's not accurate to the subdivision map. So the question is the difference between roughly, give or take the decimal points, 18 acres and 24 acres. If you look at the subdivision map,
That's a lot.
it says the lot is 24 plus or minus acres, and then of that 24 plus or minus acres, 18.4, I think it is undeveloped or open space. I don't remember what word they're using, exclusive of the house, the driveway, and the right of way that
Right.
goes through the property. And it looks from everything as if somebody grabbed that 18.4 number and carried it all the way forward rather than the full 24 acres. So the question is this a legal issue that we need to get someone in to resolve? Or can I just sort of go, hey, guys, you know, the deeds aren't matching the map and the subdivision record?
So you haven't looked at the deed yet?
Well, I looked at the most recent deed, which said 18,
So
Yeah.
what we need to see is the original deed
right,
So you need to get that.
and do
Yeah.
that in comparison to the original subdivision plan.
right.
So that's what we need to get. So would your question be, who gets that? Do you do that? Or does
Yeah,
somebody else that?
you know, are you saying, yeah, if you can resolve that the original deed does or does not reflect the subdivision plan?
So what happened to the other 80 acres or whatever? Or
Right,
6
I
acres?
mean, is someone other than me the one that's empowered to say this was wrong?
Yeah, I don't really.
Or am I empowered to say this was wrong? I mean, I've done it on small things like that when we've just caught something. I mean, which is, you know, what I do or what Elena can do or what anyone can do in sending information to cartographics that there's a slip up here. But this seems more major than just a slip up.
So you need the original deed.
Yeah, well, I'll go back and look at the original deed. It was just a 2-lot subdivision, so. it's
Where's
pretty-
this located?
It's over on Hunter's Bridge Road, it's the Japanese house in the lot,
Oh,
the
they
the
just
Japanese
sold?
house.
The one
Yeah.
that just sold?
Well, they both sold.
Same owner?
No, the Japanese house sold to,
Right, I know.
yeah. And they have a right, their driveway is a right of way through the
Right.
other property that was subdivided
Yeah,
off
thanks.
their property. So originally their property was one big lot. And I think the subdivision for the original 24 acre lot, I think was family or friends as well.
Family.
And now it's two completely new owners, although I mean, I don't see any.
Go back to the original deed.
I'll go back to the original deed and then bring it back to you guys and say, where do we go from here? Okay.
Great. Yeah,
I'll pull the file.
get all the information you can.
I can find the original deed online, yeah, so,
Can
okay,
that?
and that's it.
Thank you.
Any questions from the audience? Seeing none, thank you very much.
Okay,
Thanks.
did I overhear as I came in that the new building project is being pushed down the road?
27.
Oh,
Right.
we may need to fix some stuff out back in my office.
Yeah, probably.
I've been saying, well, but. Okay,
Selectmen
you.
reports, Chris,
Did we already do that?
no, you were,
I don't have anything outside of, I can give you a real good description of what the inside of the windshield of my plow truck looks like.
well, you did attend the budget meeting last week and, selectmen's meeting, or not selectmen's, but,
That's it. We had a budget committee meeting and I attended the Historic District Commission, Heritage Commission meeting last Monday. They're putting together the beginning stages of getting ready for our 250th celebration. Going to be looking for interested people to be involved. There was a question about when the financial side of it begins. Whether that's through fundraising, there's some sort of warrant article or budgetary
donation.
item that may need to take place for doing anything. So they're going to all of the nonprofits in town. They have a couple of members of the group, and they're gonna put together a committee that's made up out of 1 or 2 people from every one of the nonprofits. So that discussion will happen first. So from there, let's say they come to Effingham Connect and Effingham Connect says on a Wednesday, we're gonna do dunk tank. Well, it would be our organization that finances that,
Okay,
and then so on and so forth.
That's right.
And so like Tuesday, you know, just some of the things that are thrown around, there's nothing carved in stone, but they have the Blueberry Festival at Lord's Hill Meeting House. So try to coordinate some sort of event. Could be a musicians in the bandstand, a band or something like that. That same time, again, that would be that organizations. So as far as like any kind of monetary contribution from a budgetary standpoint is, if you look at some of the other 250th, like Wakefield when they had theirs, did the plates. And they went to DMV for a while, and DMV gave them a window of time of when those could be displayed, because in the state of New Hampshire, you have to display both front and rear plate. So they give them a window of time. Historically here, we had the plates, we had shirts, we had mugs. Back in the 70s, there was a coin, anything like that we might wanna do. If the organizations, separate organizations, don't find it within their fundraising or budgets to do that, then, but again, that's a conversation. It's not a conversation we wanna have this time 27. Because that means you're looking at months away.
Yep.
But,
Gotta start now.
so we've gotta start now, but,
Yeah,
so yeah, that's
I heard some guy.
getting ready for that, so can't get ready enough.
Yeah.
And I would just like to say, I wouldn't be remiss, and you know me, everybody knows me, I like to poke the bear once in a while, but, Effingham Connect did kick it off with the 240th. So that everybody was on everybody's radar years ago. We did, get made fun of by a seating board member at that time, that I felt was very inappropriate, but, cause we didn't have balloons. But, it's, before you know it, it's here, and we're gonna be scrambling, so. That's it.
I heard a rumor with the Preservation Society, so I talked about it, so, which would be nice, be great. Thank you, Chris, you all set?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, pretty much, with the snow and everything else going on, we had a budget meeting last week and, a couple things during the week. Not much to say, trying to get through all these, budget sheets for, finish up for the budget committee, get this done, so. That's what we've been working on. Otherwise, Caitlin, you're up.
So I had a little bit of an extra long weekend, but created I updated the budget sheets from what was approved by the selectmen and the budget committee to just have a cleaner look. I've also attended meetings. I will be updating the warrants. I got some edits after the trustees of trust funds did their review of their warrant articles, so I'll be updating those and then I'll provide them to the board. I believe our decision is we're gonna have a work session before budget committee next week on Wednesday at 5, just to review before budget committee goes, to ensure if that works for everybody.
You okay with that?
It's to finalize the warrants, so we did the drafts last time.
Before next Wednesday.
Sorry, before Tuesday, before the budget committee at 5,
Okay.
just so we can.
Cause sorry for me
No, it's
asking
fine.
like that, there's a off-schedule meeting scheduled for budget committee this Wednesday, and you said Wednesday, so.
I mixed it up, I
We're
apologize.
talking about next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, yep. And let me see. I am still waiting to get the final numbers from the auctioneers from the December auction, just waiting for all the closings to go through before they can inform me on everything. I did get an estimated number, based off, highest bidder and what's owed for taxes. That was roughly around 380, but that's with the highest bidder, so I don't know if anything had fallen through. And I've received most of board and departments' annual reports, but there are still some missing, so if you haven't gotten your annual reports to me, please get them to me as soon as possible. Other than that, that is it.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You got ours.
Yes.
My bad.
You didn't do yours yet?
I'd done it, I just forgot to send it to her, sorry.
Any
Nope, I'm good.
comments? Business, Edwards. Elliot.
How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Yeah, we were running a little shy down at the transfer station with sand. We're probably only gonna get 4 to 6 more storms before we're scrounging. The salt's pretty good, cause we haven't gone through it, been a little lighter on the storms lately, but the sanding is granite, takes a lot, and Pine River's taken 4 to 6 loads of sand to get it covered.
Wow.
Where it was only a load of salt and we're done. So, it's putting a lot of material out. The one storm that we did, I did 52 loads, and Aaron and the other 2 guys, they was doing 36 to 44 loads.
For that Monday storm,
Yeah, that one, that original,
big rain.
yeah, the fun one,
Yeah.
The one I get to go for the ambulance one.
yeah.
Yep.
So we went through a lot of product then. So it just depends on the next storms, which
So,
way too early to tell.
so you're gonna have to get more sand in?
I would recommend it.
You wanna jump in on that?
Yeah, so we are, obviously, we start spending the budget before we actually have it, right? So we're budgeting $74,000 winter road material. It's not part of the contract, just for clarification. The town supplies the sand and salt. So we budgeted $74,000, we've already spent 50.
Oh.
And we still have, God only knows how many months left in this season, and then that's gonna carry us in the fall as well. So, having said that, there's only so many options, and options are increasing the budget, cause it's not finalized, and hope for the best, nobody wants to do that, or, hope for Mother Nature to cooperate a little bit more.
That's not gonna
How
happen.
bad it was snowing out, like,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Farmers
I
Almanac,
already got the phone call, so I'm supposed to be at work right now, but
Farmers Almanac says it's gonna be a tough winter.
Yeah, it did.
it has been, I've been living in,
Yeah, normally there's, anywhere between 20 to 25 storms that you normally go out at. We've already done that.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
so when you say we're all set on salt, so the reason why I asked that is 31,000 of that $50,000 was salt. We obviously know salt's, really expensive, but that was only, and I'm gonna say only, it was only, 8 loads of salt.
Yeah. We used,
I shouldn't say that, 8 invoices, I'm sorry.
Is the salt
11,
hauled at
sorry,
the transfer station, or you also
Snow road both.
both?
what we just got delivered for salt, we may have used a load out of each facility for lucky.
Now, when you say just got delivered,
that's what you know,
112,
Don't even know what day it is.
Yeah.
the 12th?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know what day we're on now, so.
The 20, today's the 20th.
20th,
It was the beginning of the month.
It was, yeah,
you've been sleeping in your truck.
I hope it's route, but still don't go around quite correctly yet.
I have to say though, you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah,
The roads are really,
Thank you. They're very icy.
yes, they are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the dirt roads are, yep. I was hoping for a little bit. If we get some more warmer weather like we did.
not this
I mean, I
weekend.
did go down
Not
and
this
steal as much frozen stuff and mix it all up, and we do have some good stockpile of sand. But we would need another thaw, and we ain't gonna get it for about a week, so we're gonna lose some product. We do kinda grind it up and reuse it and do our best, but
yeah.
you do
Pull
take
it
some
out,
of the chunks
drive
out.
over it, push it back, drive over it again.
So,
And
You
then I
know-
take the chunks on top of my grate and I'm trying to Parmesan cheese it down into my sander, so.
I know you left a pile about this high next to my driveway. I went down,
it gets stuck.
The,
before it froze, I plowed it out of the
the
way.
material up at the storage road end tends to stick in the sanders, I think it's, was a little bit more clayey material
Yeah.
that was brought there, you
Oh, really?
know. Back years
Yeah,
ago
cause
when they
we're down to
stockpiled a mountain
the
of it.
base, I didn't even realize it was tar. and I found tar at the bottom, so there is.
Where's this, on the outside?
Storage road,
At Storage Road,
Yeah.
there is a
Yeah, on the
base
outside,
to
like
the
you
pile of
said, sand.
sand, that's
Oh,
all
really?
paved there, and
Yeah.
I've never known that.
Yeah, we found the pavement.
Wow.
And in all the time, like this is our year 3, we've never brought sand there. We've been using the sand that was provided for us our first year.
Yeah, can explain that one.
And we definitely, will be out this season.
Yeah.
Or low enough where we will have to add to it for next year's,
meaning this fall,
meaning this,
which is this year's budget.
which is this year's budget. So,
So it look like we need an increase in our budget.
Well, like I said, there's all kinds of options, right? So obviously, I'm getting to the point where, and it's probably because, I work so much for, we go to work because there's a level of expectation from our motoring public now
Yeah.
that the roads should constantly look sanded and black pavement. And there were not that many years ago that the snow that we got Sunday, we wouldn't have even gone out for.
Correct.
Right,
We
But,
don't live in those times anymore.
well, why? Sorry, I know that sounds flip, but, it's New Hampshire, it's winter. So one of the ways we could cut back, I mean, it's, there, so our taxpayers travel the road, so we could save them. Do you want, is that the expectation you want? Or can our contractor go and put out product once at the end of the storm? You just plow, you keep materials, sand, salt for traction on your, in case you get stuck, and you plow the roads, but don't put any product out, and then once everything's cleaned up, then you sand the pavement, you salt the dirt. You get it, you're gonna have an ice base,
Salt the pavement and sand the dirt,
or
right?
did I say it backwards?
Yeah.
Sorry.
we know what you mean.
Yeah, I know what you,
We're as tired as you are.
But yeah, I mean, it's, damned if you do, damned if you don't, but, we've created a culture, and we've done that, right? We do a good job and create a culture where if there's the bar is set so much
yeah,
higher.
the expectation.
And it's really tough because of the amount of ice that are on the dirt roads to get the fuel trucks, propane trucks, and get them around.
hey, even my driveway, I mean, it's been in like 4 weeks, hasn't melted.
Yeah.
Down.
It's
Done
just,
anything.
it's been a different
Warms up
type of
enough
year.
the material to melt in and then it freezes over the top and you're right back where you were.
We plenty of stuff to grade with in the spring.
That's not good grading material, and you know that.
Alright, you're good for the dump.
Phil,
Yeah,
I'm not sure that the transportation department for the school system could function with any less material out there. So,
Good point.
but weekends,
it's up to you guys.
I'll do whatever you pay me to do, I mean.
Well, you guys, I mean, the material is us, so it's what we give you to work with and what our expectation is, so, I mean, your contract's your contract, you guys are doing a great job. We just, I mean, if we could cut down on the sand that's being put in, we already talked about this a little bit.
Yep.
Cut down on the sand that's being put down on the paved roads, use it for traction only and try to go to salt, obviously, it's well documented that the salt's more expensive. But even you said that Pine River Road, it could be 1 load of salt where it's 4 loads of sand. I'm not saying salt the dirt, somebody did the other day. And it was pretty sloppy, so hopefully we, that doesn't happen too many more times. But I mean, if we could try to cut back on the amount of sand that's being put down on the pavement. It's great for traction and it's a I don't know the proper words, it's a method that a lot of surrounding towns use, town of Tuftonboro, they use a sand salt mix. Even the Hampshire DOT this year has gone to a sand salt mix on state highways and out of the 303, the 3 shed, which is the Freedom Shed, takes care of 25, 153 south, 153 north, 16B. It's just the way the weather has been this year, but we just try to cut back a little bit and try to save on the sand. somehow, and then we'll continue to have a conversation about the budgetary.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna haul much this week anyways.
You'll be hauling chunks, that's gonna be
Yeah,
useless.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, we're not in a rush, it's just, you guys can see what's there. The barn up there is full, and usually we get 6 to 8 storms if, on the sand side up there, because up here is not as much sand. It's down at the transfer station where it's basically all dirt roads, so it sucks it up.
We'll move some of this sand down there, I'm just kidding. Don't do it.
I feel like I do, we just
Yeah.
run back and forth.
And so obviously it's a new year, do we know what the cost, so that's one of the things we talked about, the cost. Is there a new cost from, Mills?
I believe it was same, right?
I.
We can double check
So I
with
would have to
Deb
double check with
in the
them. I
morning.
don't want to speak for them.
The only thing I think would change would be the trucking. But I believe that it'll probably stay pretty close. I can double check in the morning with her.
If you wouldn't mind, and just send it us, we'll group text
Yep.
like you normally do. Cause I mean, currently it's at $10. It says unit price,
They've been excellent working with us for less.
yeah,
We'll truck it as long as,
If I don't have to be on plow, then I can run the
Yeah,
other
no.
trucks, but if I I can't put a plow on that KW, I'm sorry.
yeah,
But,
Yes, you can.
usually we can get 6 to 8 loads a day. So, a couple days of trucking would probably hold us off. We don't, like I said, we don't gotta do it this week or nothing. Probably within the following week or so. If we did like 10 loads, that can get us by and we can just do it that way. At least it's fresh, it ain't frozen. We can pick our days for trucking that's warm. Cause I know once March gets here, it's a lot easier, especially after the 15th. It's like you just put out nothing and it's melted away. So we just gotta buy some more time, I get it.
do you know if when it says unit price, is that per ton or per yard for them?
Yard,
Okay,
they don't have scales.
Well, they do, but they don't charge it on the sand. They got scales on the loader, but they just,
right,
they do it the other way. Cause I can go there on Saturday and Sunday and haul. They got a camera and I just text Deb and Jason.
Write down your amount and
Yeah.
there's a clipboard for it.
Yeah, there's a clipboard for us if we got haul Saturday or Sunday. They don't care. They're really good with us.
cause obviously, I'm looking at an invoice we got from them. Oh, that's just a duplicate copy. So it looks like 1,080 winter road sand. So is that 1,080 yards or 1,080 tons?
I believe it's 1,080 yards. And that's roughly what I'm estimating we're gonna use is about 2,000 yards.
For the rest of the year,
No, per year easily,
per year,
yeah.
Did you say
I mean,
2,000?
Huh?
yes.
What'd you say, 2,000?
2,000 between the two places.
How much you used already?
We've already used that.
2,000?
Yeah, this is a very uncommon year.
Oh, I know, I
We've
know.
already gone through
You saw my
way
driveway,
more than last year.
you saw my driveway.
Yeah, I just, yeah, putting 52 loads out for that one storm in a couple of days, that's 520 yards.
So we're gonna be
So that
over,
eats into a quarter of the budget, just that one
yeah,
right?
ice storm kills us.
we're gonna be over budget. We gotta do something.
Alright,
And the last 3 years have been trending to the ice storms. Seems like half of them are ice storms versus the snowstorms now. Unless we live in Russia. They got a little bit more the other day.
and every other day or every, 3 days when you get an inch or 2 inches of snow.
That sucks.
And what people don't realize is, again, it comes to that culture thing. And people say, oh, it's gonna snow, but it shouldn't be too bad, it's only an inch. For us, it doesn't matter if it's that much or that much, we still have to do the same thing.
Correct.
You still have to treat it, you gotta plow it, you
Yep.
gotta sand it, and you gotta salt it.
Yep, same amount of fuel, the same amount of hours, yep.
It kind of, it doesn't matter. And when that's happening every other day, I mean, we were out Saturday night and then we were out Sunday night.
Yes.
and potentially gonna be out tonight. Well, like I said, I'm supposed to be out right now, but said I can't make it, I am in the middle of a meeting, so,
Well, I brought the plow truck here, so I'll just start with it.
but we all, when it comes to the budget, you don't wanna aim too high, because you're asking, and then what happens, right? So then you wind up with a, cause we're all paying we're all paying that tax bill, and
It's gonna be.
you don't wanna have a big escrow, if you will, of so, it's a guessing game,
Look at the weekend.
so we'll do the best we can and save where we can, so, but thank you guys very much, and.
Text you guys in the morning after we get back to Mills and I'll make sure that, they know that we'll be in a little bit to get some and they'll open it up for us so that it's freshly, I'm sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah. That's all we can do.
Just wanna ask the public if they have any questions, concerns.
Any questions or concerns?
No,
Everything's been good?
we're gonna find out tomorrow how good it is, right?
Well, the last 6 weeks, whatever.
Just feels like Groundhog Day.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
It is yards, I just looked up her quote. So it is by the yard at $10 per yard. I could forward this to you if you'd like.
That's the last year's quote though, right?
It was June 17th, 2025.
I just wanna make sure, just run them by, just make sure that.
Yeah, I don't believe she does
Yeah.
any changes until the fall. When everybody rebuys it, that's when everybody calls, is in the middle of the summer.
I mean, they did say for winter sand to Effingham, so.
So we'll double
Make
check
sure.
with Deb in the morning.
Thank you.
Alright,
Thank you.
Good.
wanna go get something to eat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where
Sorry.
y'all going? Where y'all going?
Get ice cream?
Probably have to go eat
Coffee
also.
I've literally had nothing but black coffee all day.
Mr.
I've had no
Chair,
food at all.
Rebecca is wondering if she may,
Yeah,
doesn't
I
have
get
to
it out
right
of-
now, but if she's able to come back in a little bit, so she found an update on the property.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Just let me know when you're ready and then I'll let her know.
Yeah. I'll bring her in anyhow. We're gonna do with the loader.
Okay.
Gonna get hit with a loader.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with the chief, with the loader.
So with the government surplus program where we've gotten the equipment in the past, we've got a whole wish list of items out there. We've been preliminarily awarded a loader. It's a big loader. It's a 2013 JCB and it's a 33,000 pound machine. So it's in Pennsylvania. It does need a little bit of work, but it's all cosmetic. There's no mechanical issues with it, but it does run and drive and everything else. It does not appear that it has a bucket with it, so that's the only thing that's missing, but otherwise it's intact. That machine new, according to their paperwork, is about 280,000, and wholesale it's worth about 56,000 as it sits.
Without the bucket.
I'm sorry.
Without the bucket?
I would assume so because it's that machine as it sits.
Yeah.
So, it's got just under 4,000 hours on it. And again, it's free to the town. Our only expense would be getting it here.
Well, expense plus bucket. Can't
Right,
use
I
it
mean,
without a
obviously,
bucket.
whatever work we put into it.
And
but
what's the cost for a bucket?
I couldn't speak to that. I don't know if Chris can.
Yeah, cool.
I mean, it all depends on what we got, not to sound flip again, but could be anywhere from $1,000, it could be anywhere from free to $7,000 or $8,000.
Depending use or new.
Correct, and size and capabilities, and when I say capabilities, you can get a clam bucket, you can get, all kinds of different
Right.
options.
We got one official quote so far to get it up here, and that's at $4,400, and they'll pick it up in Pennsylvania and bring it right here and drop it where we want it.
And I'm working on a couple other quotes from truckers. What the hope is, you can get it done cheaper, so that quote is to have somebody go down and get it and bring it back. So there are equipment haulers, but that's all they do. So if we can get somebody has something that they are sitting on, that they can haul south, and ideally what they like to do is they don't like to deadhead back, which
Right.
means they don't have a load to come back. So if we have somebody that's going down there that can come back, so I have two companies that our local companies that do this sort of work that, guy messages into, they're currently both, traveling and across the country, so.
So I got two questions, we're gonna need a quote for the bucket, and also, what's the purpose?
So we've had this stuff on the list to just expand what we have available for town resources. You know, plow contractors and whatnot may or may not have a machine this size. I know that at the transfer station, there are many, many uses over there for it, whether it's moving the salt and sand around or the brush pile, moving that around, being able to mix that up, you know, crush it down, whatever the case. There's all kinds of stuff that could be done with it. So there's many uses for it.
Well,
We're not obligated to
we have
take
a,
it.
yeah, we have a contractor that does, you know, the sand pile right now, we
Right.
pay him right now.
We're not obligated by any means to take it. We basically gave them a wish list, and as things pop up, they let us know.
What you just said, can you just clarify what you just said for me?
Well, we have a winter contractor that does the sand pile,
No, they don't.
but we pay
They're
him.
they're not obligated to push up that sand pile. There's no contract obligation for them to maintain and comb that sand pile. We provide them a product and they provide a service to go put it
Do they
out.
charge us right now for it?
They do not, but at any point in time, they could.
Okay, so the other standpoint is, who do we have for an operator to run that?
Our road agent, who's already on Primex, or me.
The other potential use I
Yep.
could see
No,
for
no.
this machine.
I was hoping you'd ask those questions so that I have, cause I have answers for those, cause the other thing is I'm an equipment operator. That machine requires a CDL,
Right.
that size.
Right.
I do that, this what I
On the
do.
road.
Correct,
Right.
yeah.
The other potential use I can see is, you know, storms and stuff like that, trees coming down, you know, big trees, they need to move out of the road. Instead of using leased equipment or a contractor's equipment or, you know, somebody using their own equipment. We have a piece of town equipment that the road agent or Chris or, you know, somebody qualified can come out and use our town equipment to move a tree out of the road or whatever.
I just know it cost us $1,200 to push up the brush pile last year,
Each time or just once?
each time.
Really?
Each time, wow.
So if you did that a couple of times in a year, you just
And
paid
it
for
was
that
at
piece
least
of
3
equipment.
times last year.
So you just paid for that, loader to be brought up?
And at the end of the day, I mean, the equipment's got a $56,000 value. After a year, it belongs to the town. Could be resold and, you know, something else purchased or whatever the case, if it doesn't fit our needs or whatever the case. You know, if it's worth 56,000 and we're gonna pay $4,500 or less to get it here, and maybe a few thousand to put a bucket on it, I think we're still winning, you know, in that aspect.
You're gonna need to have some sort of a shelter for it though, right?
Not really, a lot of that equipment sits
Just gonna
outside.
leave it out in the weather?
Judging by the looks of it, that's what it's been doing anyway. It's not the best case scenario, but we also have a, you know, we have a fund where we can potentially, okay, this isn't, cause this has just been brought forward to us in the last 24 hours, so it's not like we've, you know, thought this all out, but we potentially could add, you know, put a building, which we've talked about doing at the transfer station anyway, and closing the containers and stuff like that, if you put on a little bit of shelter, cause since I've been elected, I've said I feel we should have a machine down there. Ideally would be a backhoe, something that we could crush up the couches and things like that, because we pay for the trucking of the dumpsters. Yes, you pay for the tonnage, but you're paying for the trucking on top of that, and if you could make that stuff small and compact or whatever, so.
So a bucket would do that.
Yeah, so I mean, that's, you know, it has absolute value, but the point is eventually, I would like to see some sort of a structure or an addition to our pole barn that we have there anyway. But the machine has been sitting outside in the weather.
Yeah, but if you pick it up, it becomes a town asset. And the more you can keep it protected, the longer that asset will be
Absolutely,
there.
absolutely correct, yeah.
So that's another expense that you're gonna have to think about on top of that and put that against the value of what it's gonna do for the town. Right, everything together, you can't just say, alright, that's a machine, great, there's other costs involved all around it. The other thing would be, who at the transfer station would be able to operate that? Right, everything together, you can't just say, alright, that's a machine, great, there's other costs involved all around it. The other thing would be, who at the transfer station would be able to operate that? It isn't just like a little backhoe that you have at home.
Right.
This is a piece of industrial machinery.
Yeah, and I just addressed that, so you must not have heard me, so.
Go ahead and readdress it.
I could go down there and operate that machine. That's what I do for a job. I'm an equipment operator for the town of Ospey. I have the license for it. Our road agent is qualified and licensed to operate it. So, and at least one of our transfer station attendants worked for a road agent in the state of Maine over the years, so he's qualified and licensed to run it as well.
Which
At least
was
one.
that? Who's that?
Mark, but I can't speak for Brad's past experience, but I know Mark worked in the state of Maine for a road contractor over there for years, so. And I'm not saying that we would ask him to do that, because that's not part of his, job description now, but, I mean, you take like right now, Leo's been to the transfer station twice with his tractor
A more than that, but yeah, go ahead.
to move the refrigerators from the impound lot to the container. So again, he wouldn't have to drive his tractor down there. I could get down there, grab the tractor. Cause in the years past, you wanna talk about an expense? The expense was a liability to this town. When we were asking in the wintertime, our transfer station attendants to grab a two-wheel dolly and go through the snow and ice to move a refrigerator out of the impound lot to go put into a container for them to haul off. And we had at least two attendants that got hurt in the process of doing that over the years. So the liability for workman's comp claim or something like that and losing, lost time for them being working, whatever, when we could have a machine, so, and, I mean, I think everybody knows by now that we feel that part of our duties of this job is giving back to our community, so if I have to I go down there on Sundays anyway. If we plan ahead and these guys let me know he's in charge of the transfer station, say, hey, when you go to the dump on Sunday, can you jump in the loader, because the impound lot's full, and we need to move the containers, or the brush pile needs to be pushed up, I can jump in it, and I can do that. So, that answers your question, there's plenty of people that can, there is skilled, trained people that are capable of doing it.
I guess I look at it from the standpoint, you said $4,500, we could probably put another $1,000 in there.
And again, that's the 4,500 to the top end, we've got other vendors we're still working on, that would be, the max.
Right, but with the
Cost us.
bucket and everything else.
Yeah,
I mean, if you look at the long run, let's say after a year or two, it doesn't work out.
We
We
don't
can-
know that it doesn't have a bucket, just the picture,
the pictures.
Right, I understand that.
there's no bucket on it.
My point is, basically, we're looking at a $50,000+ equipment, we can always sell. Give
I
it,
know it's a deal,
yeah,
but we don't have a lot of money to be spreading around at this time.
I agree.
You're talking about a little chunk of change there that's gonna have to come out.
Yeah,
The $4,500,
And then you're gonna have to ship it, right?
that's
That is-
the shipping, that is the
shipping.
shipping.
That is, what, you getting it for nothing?
Yes.
Alright, and 45, and then you're gonna have to buy the bucket,
Maybe,
Maybe, assuming it doesn't actually come with it,
is
maybe.
this thing on?
okay?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about potential uses and my brain's working as we're talking about that, culvert cleaning. Right? How many times does your tractor come out for culvert cleaning? Obviously, it's a big machine, that might be too big for that, but
well, like the brush fire,
the brush fire,
Oh,
we
yeah.
called you down with your tractor to help us with the brush fire to move material around. I've called Edwards out on 2 different occasions for building fires to help us knock the building down, so we can extinguish it better. That was an expense to the town as well, to call them out and have them come with their equipment. Now, again, we've got a piece of town equipment that we have operators for, and there's at least 5 people on my department that either currently or in the recent past have been qualified to operate a machine like this too, so we've got a number of people as well for those emergency scenarios, so.
Scott,
When we take on new pieces of equipment like this, does the insurance go up that the town pays to insure equipment?
So,
I would assume it's gonna go up, there's an insurance on it.
And there would also be an increase in the maintenance budget, these things don't get repaired for cheap. And
There would be an
ultimately,
increase.
my question to the select board and outside of Chris, operators are gonna get paid by the hour, so is this still worth the return on investment for what we anticipate this will get used for?
so right now, when we have our road agent gets paid by the hour, when he currently goes and does it, he's in a machine that we're paying a minimum of $75 an hour on top of his salary. Because it's our contractor, outside contractors.
Grader's more than that, right?
Yeah, but that's just for the tractor that they use to push up the brush pile. The 1,200 bill was when they came down with an excavator.
Right, just being practical here, I assume every time we add a piece of equipment, our insurance is gonna go up. And
Minimum, yeah, but it's not like a road vehicle.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a big piece of equipment. And then maintenance for this thing, it's gonna be expensive.
And it's based on by the
They
hours.
have to have it. What's that?
It's based on by the hours.
What's based on by the hours?
The maintenance.
Right, but parts are expensive if we have to replace parts.
Yep.
So, and I'm just asking the select board to consider this as part of what you anticipate the return on investment's gonna be. If it's really gonna save the town money, and I realize that if it doesn't work out, we can, flip it. But just asking you to put that as part of your consideration.
Well, we have to keep it for 1 year, right?
Right, after 1 year, so for 1 year, it's still owned by the state, but it's allocated to us. After that 1 year is over, it's fully town owned.
Sounds like 4 brush piles would pay for it.
Right. Couple trees down, whatever the case.
Saves me, my tractor.
It would pay for the trucking, it would pay for the cost of getting it here.
Right.
And then the maintenance, the insurance.
That's above and beyond.
Then you have to,
You have to add that.
consider that. It's not like we haven't, or I haven't taken that into consideration.
Yeah, just,
So where would the money come out of for this?
But it's $4,000 one time.
Yeah, but we're,
to get it up here.
Right.
Right, but that's.
So then,
that
yes, I
doesn't
know the
make
maintenance
sense.
is ongoing and stuff like that, but we're just singling out, okay, 1 year's. The risk, the benefit, pros and cons.
For 50
So
$50,000
the cons are the maintenance schedule, the parts to repair, the insurance increase. And if you take the pros pay for it in 1 year, obviously outside of the routine maintenance and stuff like that, but it's, and the having a contractor pay a contractor, that's just gonna get more and more expensive to come and do those, the things like push up the brush pile or.
you look at the return investment from,
What does it cost
getting a
to
free
use a
equipment,
mechanic?
hold on. Return investment for getting, for a $50,000 to $60,000 equipment for 1 year to save $4,000 or $5,000, but if we're not successful with it, or we don't feel it's justified, we can just sell it,
Right,
and we've got our money plus back.
just,
No
You have to have
brainer.
access to a diesel mechanic to take care of, because, a regular, wrench turner won't be able to do that,
Hmm.
So, that's just what you have to look at ahead as well.
Absolutely,
All I'm thinking about, and that's a drain, as it goes along, that's a drain on our finances, which means our taxes go up.
and if I may, to Steve's point, if it does need some serious maintenance, it's gonna need to be transported.
It's gotta be transported anyhow.
I
No,
mean, what, you think the repairs can be done on site?
I know they can.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, up front of the
okay, just, I don't.
They do that now, right
one
now.
I'm not familiar with, so.
I mean, that tire machine, it's not ideal because when you pay for a mobile mechanic, it is a little bit more expensive than the shop because they gotta carry all of their tools and then truck all their parts, whatever. But the entire machine can be rebuilt on site. It's,
So what's the budget for this, where we're gonna
Yeah,
come
we're
out of
gonna
this?
come out of it.
so what is our timeline?
I have to have an answer ASAP. Like, they're hoping that we'll have an answer whether yes, we want it or no, we don't want it tonight. Once the paperwork is in, we have 2 weeks to have a plan in place or, to make an appointment to get it out of there. That's the unfortunate part with this stuff, is that it comes quick and you don't have a lot of time to think.
Can we use this in our summer roads?
Yes.
Or do you wanna go to the transfer station? Or the fire department, it's
Well,
really
no,
a
it
fire
has-
department equipment.
Oh, you talked about where does the expenditure come
Yeah,
from?
the
The expenditure would have to come something related to the fire department because it's allotted to the fire department.
Right,
So it would have to be a fire department expense.
That's what I'm throwing.
And it would have to be at the transfer station and used for the burn pile.
As fire department. You got a budget for that?
We just, yeah, thanks but no thanks. Because what I was gonna say is, let's call the insurance company, we'll find out what that cost is, yeah, then we'll just jog it up as a missed opportunity, so.
Okay. Do we want to try and hold them off while we do that research, or do you
I
want to
mean,
just
if
give
we
them a
could,
flat
that
out?
would be great,
Okay, I can tell them we need to do a little research, you know.
I would like to know
Get
what the,
Primex.
Don't wait on
you know,
us.
get to Scott's point about the insurance and stuff like that and say, yep, this is what it is,
Okay.
you know? And
Clarify the bucket.
So we're looking at least a $10,000 account to initially for the transportation and the bucket and insurance.
$10,000?
I mean, I wouldn't bank on all, I get it here
Well,
and then we worry
maintenance
about
and
the
everything
rest.
else and all that
Do you
stuff.
have the information for it, or does that Primex?
Yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't bank on all that right away, I mean, even if it gets here and it sits for a few minutes. You know, worry about paying the cost to get it here and then we deal with the rest when it's here.
You still gotta pay for it, you still gotta,
Right, but
You still got a what?
I mean,
For
we still
the
have,
transport to come.
you got the transport, you got the bucket. Transport's $4,500.
Okay, you keep getting stuck on the bucket, so just, I would say, don't consider that, cause first of all, we don't know if it
We need
does.
to verify.
You verified it doesn't have a bucket?
no, I haven't verified, he said we need to.
Oh, I thought you said
No,
he
no,
just
he needs to.
verified.
No.
Yeah,
But
but
we
just
don't,
worst case scenario. I'm just-
well, worst case scenario, let's do a budget of $50,000, so maybe it comes with no engine. I mean, it just, we gotta go with what we know, and what we know is the top of the line cost for trucking it is this. We don't know if it has a bucket, and there are certain things that, you know, I like to say that I could probably get a bucket for nothing. I'll just go ahead and say it, camera be damned. I could get a bucket for nothing. I'm not saying I'm gonna steal it somewhere, but you'd be surprised the amount of people that are in the industry of equipment that have buckets sitting around.
Okay,
We're
I'm good
not
with
in the
that,
industry and we've got two.
I'm good with that, I'm good.
So, I mean, I could, and it's not gonna fit, just as an example, whatever, the town of Ospey had a backhoe. We had a ditching bucket for that backhoe, and we also had a ditch witch bucket, which it had a very narrow purpose, so it was only 12 inches wide for digging a trench,
Oh, I know, I
for
know,
laying
I
the
know,
pipe in.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So the town bought it many years ago, right?
But you have to alter it.
Well, no, it's like, okay, we can only go 18 inches deep, and they're like, why? I'm like, cause the boom's 28 inches wide.
Uh,
The bucket's 12 inches,
Yeah.
the boom that's holding on is that, it's that wide, it's like, you can only go down that far until you're maxed out. So the paint's still on that bucket. The ditching, we've since got a new backhoe. The ditching bucket doesn't fit on it. The backhoe we bought came with 3 buckets. And before you know it, you have, and that's just one highway department, and we have all of these buckets in storage and underneath this and on top of that, and
Should have a tag sale.
it just, and then it gets set aside and it gets put in the auction, and we walked around, and right now, they have a bunch of stuff that's surplus equipment that's sitting there stockpiled for an auction, and you walk around the yard and go, what's that go on? Well, that went on the 410 we had 12 years ago. And that's just one neighboring town, so you'd be
Alright.
surprised.
So verify if you got a bucket.
I will try
Caitlin,
to
you
find
verify with Primex.
And if they can't wait, then thanks but no
Yep.
thanks.
Yep.
We'll have a meeting next Tuesday,
Okay,
What?
well, early, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. Work session
Work
before
session.
budget.
We do?
Yeah, we just said it before.
Hey, you weren't catching that? That's okay. We got a meeting at 5 o'clock next Tuesday.
When that's when she said Wednesday and that was Tuesday.
Right,
Okay.
right, that was
Yeah.
that whole,
Got it?
okay.
Gotcha.
Alright. Thank you. Any other questions? On hold,
Just, no,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say maybe we can trade a corner of Pine River Road for a bucket.
So if you wanna know how that's going, I was gonna wait until Wednesday, but,
I'm just having fun, Chris.
well, no, you brought it up, so, the town of Ossipee, we're measuring the square yardage of the town of Ossipee's, so, the little triangle piece, whatever. So we're gonna pave, we're gonna put a writing in agreement, or an agreement in writing. And they're going to pay us back for the
Remaining footage.
remaining foot square yardage, cause it's billed by the yards, it's quoted and billed by the yard, so. They're gonna reimburse the town of Effingham, that's their proposal, they didn't wanna murky the water with involving the rec, negotiations or anything like that, they just said straightforward. They have a paving budget, so they'll take money out of their paving budget, that's their offer, and they thanked us, and they actually said that it would be nice if we could all get on the same schedule in the neighboring towns. Take, for example, when we did Pine River, Elm Street, if it was on their schedule to do Elm Street, could have been one vendor, could have been a lot cheaper, and you wouldn't be going from rough to smooth, or, for years, it was, you knew you were coming out of Effingham, cause you went onto the smooth Elm Street and Ospey, and now it's flipped. So they did even have that as part of the dialogue, but,
That's awesome.
we are measuring the square yardage, and their proposal, their offer is to pay for their portion, if we include it in our paving.
Want Rebecca so she can go to her appointment.
Okay,
Go ahead, Rebecca, please.
the deeds list meets and bounds, they don't do acreage, none of the deeds list the acreage on it.
Really?
So, yeah,
So it's measurements.
it's measurements, and that would be a survey. However, research, the 2006 property card listed at 24 acres. All the current use information, 2006, 2015, 2020 says it's 24 acres, 20 acres in current use. So it would appear that it was what we would call a scrivener's error in 2006, when the information for the subdivision was sent to cartographics. Somehow they recorded, I've got the map here if anyone wants to look at it. But they record, it shows right here, 18.4 acres upland, 24.05 acres. And I think that somebody somewhere screwed up and put in the 18.4 acres. So I feel I've got enough information, especially with the current use history, to contact cartographics, make photocopies of stuff, and say we need a map correction, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys
Yeah,
agreed.
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, okay.
Where's this located again?
Hunter's Bridge Road.
Hunter Spitz Road,
Oh, yeah, okay.
so, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
For giving me that little bit of time, I had the file back there in the office, so I could go through it right while you were continuing the conversation, so, good, so that's all set. There's nothing anywhere on any of our maps that shows the 24 acres. The 2005 map is pre-subdivision, the 2006 map shows it at 18.4.
Wow.
So it wasn't a change in mapping that did it, it was the original map change from the subdivision got wrong, as far as I can understand.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll proceed with getting it corrected, and
Very good.
they'll probably just put it on the new maps. Although sometimes with something like that, they're inclined to correct the map currently.
So we have some mapping issues that we need to discuss, so I'm wondering if we
Well,
shouldn't,
let's have a mapping party,
yeah, exactly.
I would love to, happy to talk maps, anytime.
We can get a hold of them and see if maybe we could get them to come have a sit down with us. And we can pull up our maps and say, this needs to be addressed, this needs to be addressed, I mean, we've already identified several different things.
Right, right.
We have looped you in some of those conversations, and
Sure, yeah.
You can set that up?
I could
Or
send it,
give it-
if with you, I think you'd want, if you wanna do it with you.
Well, you could probably be involved.
yeah,
Yeah, I can
Oh, yeah.
come, my schedule's probably more flexible than the three of you and Caitlin. I mean, I can come on a non-Tuesday.
Right.
If you give me enough advance warning and it isn't up against, a doctor's appointment or something, I can come on over.
I'll try to plan for like maybe a Wednesday or a Thursday, if
Yeah,
that works.
and not at 8 AM.
7:30?
are you sleeping?
Yes, that sounds better.
I'm an old lady.
Most of the ladies are in bed by now, and,
Well, I'm thinking about it, but I got
True.
clients back here.
thank you.
Alright, thank you.
Gentlemen, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Dispatch software, gotta
Yes.
get going, we got a meeting here at 6.
Yeah, I have an update on that. So Jeff Lyle, the project head, that's kind of our project head up until the start of everything, has offered the county a 100% discount on the implementation fees of the software. So the number that we were asking for on the warrant can now get amended because we don't have to pay that astronomical implementation fee that we were having to pay. What I'm proposing, and I talked to the JT about this, is that we were each gonna just take on our own encumbrances within our operating budget and nix the warrant article to save that money.
Multiple,
Yep, so. 4210, the police budget, the amendment that would need to be made is to the software line to amend it from 3,000 to 6,600, and that is rounding up. Just so it's an even number, rather so we don't have.
Wait,
let me get to it.
It's in order, so you're looking for the 4210.
4210 dash 01.
Correct.
Yes,
Goddamn Band-Aid.
so it's rounding up by like $40. Might be $30 actually. It was like
Say it again, 4210 what?
4210 police, the software line, it would be amended from 3,000 up to 6,600.
Dash,
015.
you want it to 6?
66. 6,600. And that would be the PD share of the year one, as well as there's an add-on for investigative software that's gonna be extremely beneficial to us.
And what was the warrant article cost? Will we approve?
Was it
The total warrant article cost was 18,400.
Yeah,
That's a good deal.
and wait to hear JT's number, you'll be even happier.
You on board?
I need 2,000 added to my software line and
And what's your account?
that'll cover us, 4220.
4220.
I don't recall what my original request was, but I just need to add 2,000 and that covers us.
So that'll take that $18,000 warrant article and it gets us down to a little over $5,000 between the two departments, so it saved us quite a bit of money.
Add 2,000.
add to.
What'd she say? What number?
So
4220.
dash 15?
Yes.
You have 1,800 right now,
I need to add 2,000 to it.
so 3,800 bucks.
3,800.
So we're adding,
Adding.
Yep.
we're supposed to be subtracting.
Well,
We're getting rid of your warrant articles.
We're still saving you big money.
So,
There you go,
I
gotta
believe
find
it's that the total
account.
cost between the two would be
dash 16.
$5,600 between the two departments, and that's down from 18,000, so. It's a really, that just goes to show you how much we were paying in the implementation fees.
3,800.
Somebody says that we can.
That would be the new total?
Yep.
And I have the new bottom line total for the police budget if you need it.
Yeah, just give me a minute, let Chris catch up. One new pen,
No? New eyes.
so go back to 4210 dash 16,
50.
the police,
What'd you say?
oh, 15. He's updating his budget also.
So that way we can get rid of the warrant article for the 18.
So that's the new price, 6,600 bucks.
Under 15.
Yep. So what's your total new price?
260, 284. 00,
284?
284, and that was that round up after, cause I had the 70 cents there.
Yeah, you rounded up.
Yep.
Have you, done
Did you
your
get that, Scott?
JT?
No.
284.
That's a bottom line, yep.
Thank you.
JT, what you got?
There's a big.
It's just another 2,000, right?
220,
So it'll be 228, 233.
I don't know why I asked, I already had that. 2,000 bucks.
But I mean, them agreeing to do the 100% discount for the implementation
great.
because all the towns in the county are on board with the consortium, it's saving everybody quite a bit of money.
That's good.
So how much was the warrants between the two?
Can you say 3,800?
It'll be 3,800, yeah.
It's just adding 2,000.
On the,
Are you talking about
police,
fire or police, Chris?
fire,
Fire.
2,000 is being added.
Wait,
So it's
back up.
38,
I have a different,
it's 3,800.
you said 16.
no, it said 15,
15.
software.
Under police, it was 15, and
Yes.
so, yeah, software. Okay, I crossed out the wrong one. So I'm like, that's not,
You get the final number here?
yep.
Yeah, the total warrant article for the two of us combined was 18,000.
18,400.
18,400, and then them getting rid of the implementation has brought us down to 5,600 between the two departments.
Correct me if I'm wrong, weren't we proposing that to come from unreserved fund balance?
The 18,
That's how I remember it.
yes.
So that means that our tax burden increased, but we're not changing anything else, so.
Do we wanna still
I
do it
mean, we
forward
could still
with
do it
the
a warrant
first?
article and just lower the amount.
I'm okay with it doing either way, it's just I wanted to bring it forth sooner
Well,
rather than later before we go to the public hearing.
The only reason why I say I like this, but we need to revisit the what we're taking out of fund balance for warrant articles, because one of the conversations that was had at the budget meeting, correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, or anybody else, is people wondered why this wasn't part of your budget anyway, and why we were doing a warrant article. So that clarifies that, but it doesn't change the fact that we're adding $5,600 more of tax burden.
What was the warrant article in that one? Cause I got the breakout here.
It's the one that says 18.4.
18,400.
It was for 18,400.
I wanna say it's, I don't remember what.
I don't know what number it
Oh,
is, it's not
It's,
numbered here.
it's the one on the, it's not on the sheet because that wasn't on the warrant articles last time, 'cause I didn't have it.
Oh, we didn't have the language yet.
Yeah, because I don't see it.
I'm okay doing whatever the board wants to do, I just wanted to bring it forward before we get closer to the public hearing, because it is such a substantial savings.
Oh, I don't agree.
I feel like we're gonna be adjusting sheets 10 minutes before the public
Right.
meeting.
It's 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 a big savings.
Oh, it
To me,
is.
it makes sense to just adjust the amount in the warrant article if it's coming
And
out
to do
of
this,
the
if it's
balance, which is.
Oh, versus, doing the
versus
budget?
added into the operating budgets.
Yeah,
So we're going from 18,400 to
5,600.
5,600.
And then you have an automatic
Wow.
talking point when people question it.
Was there two warrant articles in that dispatch or just one?
No,
Yeah.
just one.
Cause we were
Yeah,
gonna create a
just
fund,
do that.
correct?
Just do that, $5,600.
so despite the fact that Caitlin made us these nice, clean budget sheets,
Yes,
Use the
that are now
whiteout,
dry,
use the whiteout,
we're not changing the budgets, we're changing the warrant article.
correct.
right,
Okay.
And with that being said, I'll just print these ones, it's very simple to do.
Please don't do that,
What was the
because the
warrant,
amount of paper that gets wasted
No,
on this.
no, no, just.
what was the warrant?
no, just the one.
It's still
she
paper.
What number was the warrant article?
49,101, is that what you're asking?
No, the warrant article,
The warrant article
Oh,
that's
oh,
not
that's
in there yet, that I
It's not
got
in
in
there
there.
ah, shit.
Chris, I believe you spoke with somebody at the county that said that they would assist with drafting the warrant
The
article
sheriff
language.
said that in the onset.
Okay,
Yeah, so I got a call from Chief Hafer from Madison PD the other day asking about that, and then the sheriff in turn called me and asked me how we did ours. I said, I thought you were helping with the wording, so there may be a bit of confusion. He's like, oh, okay.
Well, if it's just to establish a fund, correct, to start a fund of it, or is it to?
Cause I think we would have to.
should we establish a fund or should it just be a warrant article?
I think it would have to be a fund because now it's shared funds. Am I wrong?
It's going to one vendor though.
It's one warrant
It's a
article,
contract with one vendor that affects two departments, but
it's still one warrant article.
And it's written up
One
as just
more.
this
I don't-
software.
personally, I don't feel that it's worth making a trust fund for this though.
I can
No.
ask the RA.
Where would that end up in the B2? I'm just trying to figure out for tracking purposes.
It'll just be at the it's like the engine two refurbishment, it's just
Okay.
hanging out at the bottom, and that rolls year to
Okay.
year automatically,
Okay.
because it's a warrant. So, you don't have to worry about encumbering it or anything else.
That's fine, and we should, in theory, get one bill from Central Square for both departments, so it should be invoiced at once. In theory.
So historically, trust funds, and I don't even have to say this, I'm gonna anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody.
Make it fast, we got 10 minutes. Building committee.
It's all relevant, right? So it's a trust fund, it's a, yeah, it's a trust, so it's an ongoing thing. So this would be an ongoing thing, but I like it being a warrant article as opposed to a budgetary item, cause it's, number one, it's new. and then we're establishing we can put money into it. Some years we may not have to put money into it, but let's just say 10 or 15 years from now, this company no longer exists, and they need to update the whole thing. If we're putting certain amount of money in there every single year, let's say that the software and the maintenance every year is $1,000, if we put $1,500 in there, that's $500 that's going towards the savings.
Prepare for a future.
Prepare so that we're not coming and
Okay.
getting an $18,000 bill, and it's in a trust fund. And we can still take money from the unreserved fund balance to go towards making that trust fund, whatever we wanna contribute to it, but we can't do that with the operating budget per se.
That makes sense, that does make sense.
Right,
If I may add, so we have a breakdown too that we were provided, the chiefs of police were, because the police side of it is a tad more involved and obviously a little bit more expensive. It's a 5-year increase, so by year 5, the police department's yearly subscription fee is up to $9,435. So just to give you an idea of where we're going towards.
That comes,
So
even.
it's an $11,354.13 over increase over 5 years.
Okay.
Just give you an idea, just if that's something that we wanna do into a warrant or even establish a trust and then pay that out of the trust every year. I'm good with that because now we have, like, I have the breakdown of what it's gonna look like for those 5 years. And then where we're gonna sit after that.
right.
It should, in theory, talking to Jeff, it should not go over the year 5 total from then on, being the $9,435. That's the police department side.
So everybody agrees it should be a trust, is that where we're at? I just wanna make sure.
I think so.
Yeah. I think that's
believe
where
so.
we're going, yeah.
Now, may I ask a question?
Please.
No,
So,
Oh, monkey wrench on it.
because I'm gonna be creating a warrant article for it and hearing what we just heard, are we going to do? Hold on, I'm looking for 4901. Are we planning on just doing, $5,600 for the warrant article to come out of unreserved fund balance? Okay, so I'm gonna update that sheet and I'll go ahead and I'll get it corrected.
Agree?
Yeah, for the,
Yeah.
the rest of the things.
Question, I'm gonna piggyback off of that, so the difference I was making up was with the 3,000 already in the software line for the PD. So, but if that's gonna be into a trust, do we wanna have to take it from 2 different spots? Or can I amend my now operating, so, this is why we did it that way, sorry. I have $3,000 in the software line right now that we pay into IMC.
So what was your total bill for you?
It was 6,600.
When we get the
6,600.
bill, Michelle can take it out of multiple spots, whether it's coming out of, due from the trust
Okay.
fund or due from operating.
yours is 6,600,
6,600.
yours is,
2,000.
So it's
So we need-
8,600.
so we need 8,600, not 5,600 for the warrant article.
So your software,
He's got
the other $3,000 for your software that's in that budget, what do you use it for?
For IMC.
So you need it?
Well, if
This
we're
is
gonna have-
IMC.
This is IMC.
This
Oh.
replaces IMC.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is why I'm saying, like, while we're having this conversation, if we're gonna do a trust and put that money in,
I would
we
just
want
say,
to amend.
I'd be like him, just let Michelle take the 3,000 out of there.
Okay, I was gonna say
And
we
then,
can,
and next year we'll address it.
I would say next
I
year
don't
when
wanna
I
do
go
the
to
budget
budget, then
over.
I can take that software
You agree with
line
that?
out of the operating budget. That's why I was bringing it up now,
Yeah,
because if that's something that we wanted to do now, we can amend the operating budget, get rid of that 3, okay.
just quit stirring the fire.
Yeah. I'm trying to be as transparent as I can here.
No more,
Alright.
no more
You
paper.
go with that, Scott?
Well, I got it.
3,000 staying in his budget that we already approved, 5,600 is gonna be the.
So all that money's going for the dispatch will come out either, both budgets,
Plus the trust.
plus the trust, plus this.
Right, but for this year, the budget's not changing right now, and we're
Right.
dropping.
Next year we'll address it.
5,600 from 18,400.
Yeah, next year we can get rid of his line item in his budget and put it on the trust.
Yes.
Love it.
Got it?
Alright,
don't say anything else.
yeah, just,
I'm just trying to be as transparent as, I don't wanna have to put money in 2
Every 5
places.
seconds, he's got a new thing
Alright,
going on.
so we got 4 minutes, we got one budget,
okay,
we gotta approve,
yes.
4311-01.
Goodness, thank you guys.
Here,
Oh, you have them?
yes,
Is that in this?
No, it is
No.
not, because that's only what's been approved so far. Is that an extra one, Leo?
Scott,
What's
Yes.
that?
Come up here,
Please,
please.
please approach the bench.
That's for you.
Yeah.
This is the new budget?
This is-
Sign it.
Mr. Chairman,
Caitlin will go explain it.
can I explain it?
Yes, please.
So, when we did the update to the chart of accounts and when I was going through all these lovely budgets to make them cleaner and, you know, I realized that 4311, it used to be part of 4312. This is highway administration, so this is for the road agent and the training.
What's 4312, just for the,
4312 is highways and streets, so that's the maintenance and the winter road contractors and summer road contractors. The administration is for the road agent and the road agent training, equipment, fuel, and vehicle maintenance. Fortunately, I didn't realize that it had split and this one still needs to be approved.
okay, right off the bat, the two $1 things. I keep hearing the placeholder thing, but we found out that that doesn't need to be there, it's not gonna mysteriously go away, right? It still exists, 4311 is still a DRA number for training, but it's not gonna magically disappear if we don't fund it for $1, correct?
I don't know, because when I did the training through NHMA, they said the $1 placeholder unless we got told otherwise.
The 4312 is all this from there,
the $1.
so she's adding it,
$1.
A lot of
I
them
mean,
have it.
separate,
Yeah. Got the
4311.
Yeah. That's not the point I was just making.
I know where you're going with it.
Oh. He doesn't have a cell phone. And
Can we, put a zero in there, just get rid of it?
Put a 0 in there,
I mean, correct, I'm looking for some clarification because we bounced this back and forth and we call it NHMA, but the statement I made was 4311-01-001. Did we make up that number or we got that from the chart of accounts from DRA?
So the 4311-01 is a chart of account from, or 4311, sorry. 4311 is a chart of account from DRA. The 01 and the 001 is to break out our line items, so we can say, you know, 43-01, or sorry, 4311-01-001 is for cell phone. It was to better clarify our.
Describe the whole,
I know what they're there for, but the point I'm getting at is that number is not gonna go away if we put a 0 instead of a $1.
right,
That is 001 is ours number.
Right,
So it's not like if all of a sudden we decide in 2027, we need a cell phone, so now we need to fund that. And DRA is gonna say, oh, no, you can't, cause you 0 funded that last year.
Correct. It's only if we were to, you know, if for some reason we were to spend this year, then the $1 is what fits. But if there's no plans to spend in either one of those, then it could be zeroed out.
you good with it?
That's my first thing
Shall
right
we
off the
zero
bat
out?
is.
Get rid of this, cause I'm
Get
gonna
rid
make
of
a
the
motion.
$1.
training
Yes.
also,
I make a motion to approve 4311-01, highway administration in the amount of 21,100.
I'll
Second,
okay,
Discussions, additional discussions,
nope.
any? All in favor?
Aye,
alright,
Aye. Got that, Scott?
I do, maybe sign it, and I have some questions, but I'll just email them, take them tomorrow, cause we're running against the clock.
Questions on this?
Yeah, just some clarity, I might be able to figure it out on my own, when I
Alright.
fix some other stuff, I just don't have what I want in front of me.
about this one budget,
Just about a couple of the lines, don't,
On line items in this budget?
Yeah, I'm just curious, that's.
Well, go ahead and discuss it now.
Well, the
because-
only reason why I'm bringing it up, Scott, is because what if she doesn't know the answer?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just like, I don't have last year's budget in front of me, I'm just curious what, like, the equipment line item, is the town buying equipment for the
Yes.
region to use?
Correct.
Okay,
The truck he uses.
and well, I mean, he's using the old
Yep.
fire truck, and then obviously that's gonna need maintenance.
Plus chainsaws, backpack blowers, anything, rake, shovels.
Do we make those purchases last year?
A lot of it was donations and some of it
Yeah,
was,
some of it was donations and a lot of it
That's
was,
basically what my questions.
and a lot of it, he was using his own.
Exactly, yep, okay.
So we needed to stop that behavior because you're not covered for your own and stuff like that, so.
yeah. I think it was, didn't Elliot, donate a chainsaw?
Yeah, Edwards Concrete Construction, and
yeah.
they donated chainsaws to the PD and to the fire department.
What made me curious if we considered this last year or not. But
Alright,
thank you, that was quicker.
I just didn't know if she would be able to answer, so that's why I didn't want to.
Fair enough, I appreciate it.
finalize the warrants.
That one, we're going until next Tuesday, we're gonna do the meeting before budget committee, so that way with the dispatch and everything to be updated.
That's on, carryover? Or,
These are just the warrants.
okay. And also, we'll address the carryover with, DRA as far as the road
Right,
constructions. Get that answer,
Correct.
okay.
announcements,
Announcements,
No announcements.
public comment.
public comment. Make a motion to adjourn,
Second,
on favor. Aye.
adjourning at 6:03. Thank you. Okay, is that?
Now, Mr. Chair, if you wouldn't mind initiating that for me, please